Network, thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens. Echo Base Network, thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens. When I was 5 years old, I tried to steal this kid's Optimus Prime at a gas station. When I was 7 years old, my school lunch money fell out of my pocket, and I tried to take it from another kid. And today, I still subscribe to Disney Plus. I'm a hypocrite, a shill, and oh, everyone, a big apology. All right, let's bring in Risman.
Oh, I'm surprised you could sit down with that fence post that's stuck up there the whole day. I'm glad to see you're able to sit this evening. Good for you.
We have had. Don't mind me, just riding that fence. Oh man, we have a little bit to talk about. Real fast, our friend
There he is,
Phil
Uncle Phil.
McCracken, Uncle Phil, stopped by to say hello and make sure Matt Shiny Risman is keeping Coach and Nick in line. He's doing his best.
Today it's been a full-time job, Phil.
Yeah, we've had a lot of
Full-time
fun today. We've had a lot of fun today. Y'all know me. I go to war on Twitter for about 24 to 48 hours, and then I vanish. I go back into hibernation. So that is what has happened. It's been crazy. Let me say hello to everybody. Humphrey Bear, what is going on? Jerry Starchild, good to see you, Jerry. Alan Copeland in the house. Sodak Choppa, always got our back. Good to see you. Ted's Nerd World, what's up, brother Ted? I know that next time we have a meetup, Ted will be doing karaoke. He told me.
Oh wow, really?
No, but we're gonna peer pressure him into it. Let's see. Rogue Sarge, what's going on? Our brother Blood Guilty Gaming, what's going on? Felix Kiros, what is up with you? Hampton is in the house. Everscale is also here with us. Always got my back. Glenn Schroeder, what is up, brother? Brogu in the house. Good to see you, Brogu. Brogu is a good friend of the DA and supporter of the DA. And Brogu, your family here too, brother. Appreciate you very much. Low spec Linux laptop gaming.
Now.
What's up, Jeff? You changed your handle.
Mm-hmm.
I have said that so many times. I was saying it without even reading it. And then, boom, he removed laptop from the name. Well, we'll just see if I can catch on eventually. Let's see. Star Wars Mom. What is up, Star Wars Mom? The wonderful Star Wars Mom. Davish, what's going on, my brother? George L. De Jesus, what is up? Vanity 6. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Greg E., what is going on, brother? Good to see you as well. The Melvor, my favorite game chaser. What's up, man? That is awesome. Good to see you here as well. Skywalker Comics, what's going on with you? Papa Palpatine's Pizza Padawan is also here. Good to see you. Doc the Butcher, dang, it's over already. No, we're just getting started.
He meant the pre-show. He's a pre-show fan.
Oh, he was enjoying the pre-show then. Okay, good. I appreciate that, guys. John Riley, what is going on? Good to see you, John. We said hey to Uncle Phil. Irish Jedi, what's going on, Irish Jedi? Good to see you. And I believe that is about RC. We got RC in the house. Griffin Turbo, what is up, Griffin Turbo? Nathaniel Williams. Oh man, appreciate that, bro. I'm not even close. I'm like, whoo, Lord. Last 2 days, my nasty done came out. I've been mean. I've been a meanie head. But it's been kind of fun. T-Bone, what is going on with you? I just said Nathaniel Williams. Good to see you again, brother. Red French Moon, what is going on with you? Good to see you as well. Tex Caliber is also here. Mattuween, what is going on? Over on X, thank you for watching us on X. Kit Basher is with us as well. Corso Travin is also here. What is up, brother? Darth Maul's lower half, good to see you also. And I believe that has us caught up. If I missed you, let us know you're here. We'll highlight it. Charlotte is here. What is going on? That's an awesome name, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
All right. So we watched this new show on Monday. A 2-episode premiere.
That's correct.
Quick recap. Nick will be joining us. He's probably stuck in traffic on a work call.
Yes.
But he will be joining us, and we'll get his recap as well. I promise you, pretty much no matter what you thought about the show, you're probably going to be close to one of us because Nick and I are on far different ends of the spectrum, which is okay. That's all right. I liked how Blood Guilty on Twitter was like, if you've been around EBN, you knew what coaches was going to say before you even started the stream, and you knew what Nick was going to say.
Well, the difference, coach, is you sold out and Nick didn't. I mean, that's pretty much what happens.
The difference is fence riding is fun.
Fence sitting. Got to sit on that fence.
No, it's riding, son. We're riding that fence. To where I have no idea.
Lord help.
I have no idea where.
To the loony bin.
There's people here that have no idea what we're talking about. So we did our live stream immediately afterwards. A lot of you guys were here. Risman gave it an 8 out of 10. The premiere, he gave it an 8 out of 10. I gave it a 7 out of 10. And I really wrestled with it. I'm like, where am I? I did enjoy it, but it wasn't like great. Like, oh my God. It wasn't like Penguin episode 1 where I'm like hooked already. I got to see more. It wasn't like that.
But by the way, coach, the same fella who did the score for the Penguin is the guy who's done the score for Skeleton Crew.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Very good.
Giancano's son, Mick.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. DA gave it a 6.5.
He did? Yeah.
I can't remember what Knee Pain gave it.
I think Knee Pain was right around a 6.5 also.
He was around 6.5, 7. He was right there with us.
Yeah.
If you're still here, shout it out, Knee Pain. Nick gave it a 3.
And then we talked him up to a 4, right?
And then after he heard everything we had to say,
Knee Pain said 7.
He went up to a 4. We influenced Nick enough. The Force has a powerful influence on the weak-minded. We got him to change his score to a 7.
Not to a 7.
Did I say 7? I meant 4.
Knee Pain said 7.
Up 1 point. Up 1 point. Yeah. Knee Pain gave it a 7. He said at 6 as far as the Star Wars shows goes, and 8 for a sci-fi show. So average is a 7 for me. I like that. He's using some dang science there. All right. So look, that was it. And the reaction over the last 2 days has been crazy. I was attacked by some 12-year-old.
15. He's 15.
I mean, yeah, I'm just guessing. I had never heard of him. I clicked on his video and I was like, puberty sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you could hear it in his voice. But he was like, he didn't attack us in a video, I don't think. It was just on Twitter. And the kid tweeted at us, Star Wars Theory, and Script Doctor.
Yes.
I like Theory. I love Script Doctor.
It's Script Trooper. Script Trooper.
Oh.
Script Doctor's someone else.
Yes, I'm sorry. It is Script Trooper.
Yep.
I love him too. Dude just is like, what? We're fence riders. We're everything wrong. How we have betrayed all of you. This channel is a clickbait channel because we really don't believe our entire body of work. Everything we have ever done has been rendered moot because I gave it a 7.
And because you subscribe to Disney Plus.
Oh yeah. Which, look, I'm not gonna lie. I've talked about this before. I mean, I know everybody didn't watch like every stream, and I don't go into every video going, "Hey guys, I really do still subscribe to Disney Plus." Look, I canceled it a long time ago, and my youngest daughter flipped out when she went into the app to watch her Mako Mermaid show or whatever it was. And my family put the pressure on me, and I'm like, you know what? If my kids want to watch, whatever, I'll do it. So, yeah. And there are people who just cannot take the fact that I did that. And I have no regret whatsoever. And when we get super chats from GraphWeb that says hashtag cancel Disney Plus, I support that 100%. I have done it, but I got pulled back in. One day, I will cancel it when they quit watching their stuff. So, anyways, I've talked about all that before, but man, people are flipping out and using that to attack. This is where the Star Wars fandom, anytime, we say it every time. And thank you, GraphWeb, for that $2 super chat, brother. We appreciate you very much. The most consistent man on YouTube. Anytime the Star Wars fandom goes through a new show, it's an all-out war. And this time we're being punched from both sides. Both sides of the fence. I guess we're riding it.
You really are. You're sitting right in the middle.
Yeah, we're sitting on the I don't feel like I'm sitting. Isn't it disingenuous to go into everything Disney Star Wars is going to do and I have to hate it by default no matter how good it is? Because that's how unhappy I am with Disney Star Wars. How is that genuine?
Well,
if that's what you want to do, sure. I'm not telling you not to do that. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to be a content creator and you're not going to be genuine, I guess you're genuinely hating everything they do. And I have hated a whole lot of what they've done consistently. But I also judge everything individually, every show individually. I'm going to give everything a chance and tell you what I think and why.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go into it with blind rage hate. Life's too short for me to live like that, brother. I can't do it.
See,
I can't do it.
The issue is the two sides they're absolutely polar opposite. The one side is gonna love it all, and if you don't like it, just don't watch it, right? That's the one side. And the other side is don't watch it. It's not George Lucas. It's supporting Disney Star Wars. If you watch it, you're part of the problem, and you're only going to continue to, encourage them to make bad stuff. It's all gonna suck. So why could you possibly evaluate it as a 7, right? You have to be on one side or the other. And that's why you got a lot of feedback from both sides, which are you? And I'm like, well, you can like something. If you find it good, you can still like it, I think. And that's just your opinion. That's what this channel is all about, right? This channel is about, we watch it, we tell you what we like, we tell you what we didn't, and then you make the decision if you want to give it a shot or not.
Exactly. Nick and I are way too authentic people to, fake it.
Hmm?
I am clearly a little bit more optimistic and forgiving than he is. And some people like that. Mm-hmm. Some people hate that about me. Some people love that Nick's like, burn it to the ground. That's awesome. We make a really good team. I think you and I are a little bit more alike, but I don't know. You don't like everything. We call you Simpus because it's funny, but it's not real. You know what I mean?
The thing that I like the least is I never want to impose what I do or don't like on anyone else, right? It's my opinion. And if your opinion is not the same as my opinion, peace and love, right? Respect for that. I don't need everyone to think like me, and I don't need to think like everyone else, right?
Well, it's just a shame. It's a shame that people are being attacked. I guess it's just normal now. Like, don't go on social media if you want, the absence of war.
Well,
'Cause
I guarantee you, anyone that I see in person and have a conversation about any of this stuff, it doesn't go at all like it goes on social media,
no,
right? It never does when you have a real in-person conversation where you're face to face, even if I don't know the other person's name. I can't tell you the number of times I get stopped just because I'm wearing Star Wars something
right.
and somebody wanted to talk about it.
I had a person on Twitter telling me it's not a 7. And I
Yeah.
said,
Can't possibly be a 7, they said.
yeah, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it is to me. It so far. And he tried to explain to me how there's no way possible it could be a 7. And I'm like, I cannot believe we're having this conversation. And I'm actually having to type these things out to an adult.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me. Like, there are way too many people out there that are trying to control what other people think and say. I've never rolled like that. I'm going to say what I think, whether anybody likes it or not. I might say it with a little bit more tact if I choose to. But no, this has been crazy, you know. So we've been getting it from both sides, and it has been absolutely wild. I basically had to purge myself from Twitter for the last 4 hours. I like just quit going.
Well, and it's a very different kind of nastiness, if you will, from an interaction standpoint than it was with the Acolyte. Right? The Acolyte discourse. The Acolyte discourse was
We were a lot more united there.
well, but
'cause
it was a
that
whole
bad.
but you know what I mean? There was a different kind of conversation that was happening there. On this one, I think because it's a show with kids acting and Jude Law, right? A lot of the conversation has gone back to circumstantial things, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you think it's good and you support it, then it supports them making more bad stuff because they make more bad stuff than good stuff. You know, that's the mindset, right? Whether Andor season 2 is or isn't good, right? I mean, we got Ahsoka season 2 coming. You know, we know what's coming, right? So I'm like, yes, I get it. Their track record hasn't been great, but if this series again, like the original 2 seasons of Mandalorian, proves that they can still do it, maybe they'll keep doing it.
Yeah. Definitely they could keep doing it. And I want to bring up Thrawn's post here. Extreme and absolute opinions are foolish and destructive to both the perpetrator and the target. I completely agree. And what I have seen, and it's been a while since I've seen it like this. You know, here's the thing that I think has disappointed people. When we come out, 4 of us on this channel on a panel of 5, and we say, hey, that show was pretty good. It's pretty decent so far. I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to get it a 6.5. Okay? We have been tearing it down for so long with the last few things that we've gotten from the Acolyte, what was before that, Ahsoka, Mando season 3, Book of Boba Fett. The only thing that was in there was Andor, and we tore it down some too early. So
I know Nick sure did.
yeah.
Bless him.
So I think based on that, people have forgotten that, hey, I loved Mandalorian season 1 and 2. I enjoyed the first 3 episodes of Ahsoka. I thought Rogue One was fantastic. Like, we've gotten Clone Wars season 7 is top notch. So they've given us some things that I have liked, but I guess throughout that time, people have forgotten that, and they're like, oh, this is a channel that hates everything. We're not. We're a channel that calls the balls and the strikes for us. And if it depends on the product that we get. I'm not going to hate it by default. Now, am I happy with Disney Star Wars? No, I'm not. Very much not okay with that. So it's just crazy. And then when you're on social media too, people just assume that they know. And they think they're correct. And it's like, man, that is a wild assumption about me, and you don't even know me, and you couldn't be more wrong. And then they're like, oh, you're just in denial. No, I'm not. I'm just telling
Well,
you.
but also remember, we have platforms that are built around Disney. Star Wars can never succeed, right? They can never do anything good
Yeah.
because they're so far abstracted from the original vision that George Lucas put out for the franchise. And for a lot of people, that's just what it is. For a lot of people you've been interacting with on Twitter, right? That's just what it is, right? They're not, for them, that's it. There's never going to be more Star Wars. There's only going to be what's come from George Lucas.
Yeah.
So if that's the opinion, then Disney Star Wars can never succeed.
Yeah.
Right.
So this guy, I guess this is one of the people, or their mindset anyways. If you're not okay with Disney Star Wars, then stop praising it. Wrong. I'm talking about on the whole. If they give us a series that's really good, I'm going to say it's really good because that's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to hate it by default.
And the other thing, and part of the reason why I think Nick, it did end up going from a 3 to 4, and what I've really enjoyed about what they've done in this series so far is you can tell that the old guard is there doing some of the things that they've done best, whether it's Phil Tippett, whether it's John Knoll, whether it's Doug Chang, right? They brought some of that original trilogy magic into the production value here. To me, that shows some care, right? The other thing that I think does a disservice to some of the people that are still around at Lucasfilm and ILM is casting everyone with the same brush, right? Some of these people have literally been working there for 4 decades or more, right? So do we say that none of them are capable of putting out a quality product either? To me, it's hugely disrespectful to some of the people that are still there that have built this franchise. Whatever you might think about Disney Star Wars, I mean, those people's legacy, they're still there working it, for goodness sake.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, thank you for your patience. We're going to go through some of these member chats and super chats. And the awesome thing, before we go through them, I just want everybody to know, the awesome thing on Thursday nights during a Star Wars season, or a Disney Star Wars season, if I need to say that for people watching, okay? Because Disney Star Wars isn't Star Wars for everybody here, okay? God dang, do I really have to alter the way I speak for some people? It's so crazy.
No, I mean, again, we're not going to go back into all of this, right? But the franchise was sold, right? It can never, unless Disney sells it back to George Lucas and he starts doing things again, right? It's just going to, if they sell it to anyone else, it's just going to be the next people than Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, unless someone's inventing a time machine and we're going to go back and change some things.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Did you make a boo-boo?
I did.
I can unboo-boo it.
Please do that.
Yeah.
I'm banning Blaze from the channel.
Yeah. I'm bringing Alan Copeland back to life.
Yeah, please do that.
Alan
I just can't sit there and read the idiocy for so long. Eventually I just have to give up.
All right,
So,
Alan's back.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Look, if you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. I totally respect that. Disagree with me. But to sit here and spam chat over and over, saying the same stupid thing over and over again, I can't do it. Like you gotta go.
I'm with you, Coach. People feel very strongly about this topic.
They do.
And
Yeah.
while I have an opinion and while you have an opinion, everyone's got an opinion about this. And that's why, remember, fans is short for fanatic, right? People are very passionate about this topic. At least
You
the
did
people that are here are very passionate about
you
this
did
topic.
unban Alan Copeland, right?
I did. He's back.
Okay. All
He's
right.
back.
Alan. Sorry, Alan. My finger slipped. I got an itchy trigger finger because I'm sitting on the fence or something.
Oh, but you know what I need to do? He's can I do it? I'll log in as you for a second because you banned him. He lost his mod. You keep going. I'll fix it.
Give it the wrench. All right, so I'm going to go through these. And what I was trying to say was, sorry, it happened when I banned him. Tonight is pop-ins. So Grandmasters and Jedi Masters, get yourselves ready. Pop in. If you got anything that you want to say, get off your chest, or any thoughts that you want to share about the show or about Disney Star Wars on the whole or whatever. Tonight, you get to do that. So, no way. We would never do that. We would never do that.
I'm just going to keep myself logged in as Echo Base Network for this stream, just in case, just in case it's needed.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. That's never happened before. Look, I'm not used to banning people. Like, how often do we put people in timeout or ban people? It's very rare. But right
I'm
now,
usually the only one who does it on this channel, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. And I don't, and look, and when you do it, no questions asked, whatever, do it. But anyways, all right, Rogue Sarge with a $20 super chat. $20. Hello, everyone at EBN. Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. It has been a crazy week. Crazy week. Appreciate you very much, Bobby. Greg E. member chat. RIP Star Wars. Disney should be broken up. Hopefully Elon will get a group together to purchase it. I'd be totally down for that. I'd be totally down for somebody else having it. Yeah. Now, the whole RIP Star Wars thing, that reminds me, a lot of the criticism has been, how can you keep saying that that Star Wars is dead and you did a funeral for it, but you're still talking about it? And I'm like,
the eulogy, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Are you seriously saying Star Wars is dead? Two things about that, everybody. Let's do this, okay? For the people who are criticizing because I've done a eulogy for Film Threat. That was for George Lucas Star Wars. If you want to differentiate the two, George Lucas Star Wars is clearly dead because George ain't doing anymore. But here's the other thing. Star Wars has never been alive, so it's not dead. It's allegorical language. So let's ease up on all that a little bit, please. People are taking things so literally. It's crazy. It's really crazy talk out there. I have seen it probably a dozen times in the last 2 days. You said it was dead. You did a eulogy. And here you are giving it a 7. What's going on? Oh my gosh. Anyways, crazy. Felix Quiros, member for 43 months. 43 months with EBN Accounting. I enjoyed the first 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew. Ride that fence with us, Felix. Thank you, sir. Hopefully Disney keeps the series with no wokeness. Coach and Matt Rock. We are, you are, EBN. May the force be with you. Star Wars forever. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that very much, Felix. Mattuine with a $5 super chat. Coach, Jesus don't like a fence rider. Pick a side, you black pill shill grifter. Well, I guess I picked a side. Wait, hold on. Black pill shill. Yeah, I really am riding the fence there.
I don't know. Jesus was a carpenter, right? He probably made a fence or 2 in his day.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
You never know. Never know.
Thanks, Mattuine. I think. Appreciate that support, brother. Thank you very much. Let's see. Jedi Master Lawrence. What is up, Erica? Gifted 10 Echo Base Network memberships. Welcome to all of the new members. That is awesome. Please give Erica a big thank you, Jedi Master Lawrence, for that gifted membership. Thank you for your support, Jedi Master Lawrence. We appreciate you, girl. That's very, very kind of you. Sodak Chopper, $1.99. Captain EO is now Star Wars canon.
At least Fuzzball is.
Yeah. Yep. I know. I know. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Ted's Nerd World with a poop emoji. I can't see it, but I know that's
You didn't
what
even
that
have to
is.
look. You
Yeah, I
didn't
don't
even
even have to look. Oh, there it is. Poop emoji. Smiling. He's happy. Thank you, brother. Thank you. And then Josh Main, welcome back to Jedi Grand Master. He has rejoined his EBN member family. Thank you, brother. Good to have you back. Nick, how's everything going?
Everything's going good. I actually fell asleep watching Tulsa King season 2. Watching an episode of that before I jumped on here and woke up, and I was like, oh shit, it's freaking after 7 o'clock.
You know what show's been putting me to sleep every time I try and watch that Dune Prophecy.
It's because I'm not liking the show. What?
That Dune Prophecy put me to sleep every time. I like Tulsa King,
I didn't watch episode 3 yet.
but I cannot. Every time I try, I'm like, what is this show? It's just talking. All they're doing is talking. Disappointing.
Yeah.
It kind of is. Look,
I've not seen it yet.
The first 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew are better than Dune Prophecy. I mean, I hate that. I wish that wasn't true because I wanted Dune to be great. But anyways, Nick, any thoughts on all this madness that's been happening with the fandom? Like, people are so upset that we know what you scored it, okay? But man, you come out with an opinion saying, "Hey, I give it a 6.5. I give it a 7," and people are like losing their crap, saying, "Oh my gosh, how dare you? You're supposed to hate everything."
Yeah, I mean that's gonna happen every single time.
It hasn't happened in a while. I guess because we haven't liked anything in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, God, I don't think I've liked anything since the end of Mando season 2, so it's been a long time for me. But yeah, it's I mean, whether you're giving it, a average score or just completely trashing on it or praising it, whatever, you're gonna get it from one side or another every single time. It's never gonna change.
Yeah. Yep. You definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, another one of our panelists is here. Let's bring him in. I'm sure he's got some comments about this as well. Are you safe? Everything good?
Yeah, did you feel that earthquake your way? What happened, man? That was a big
I didn't feel anything.
Okay, I didn't know if it was close to you or not.
Nah. It'll be an earthquake like 10 minutes from here or 10 minutes away from here, and everybody will be talking about it. And I'm like, I didn't feel a thing. I just don't feel it. Unless it's like at night, like early in the morning, like those wake me up, like those little 4.5 tremors, those will wake me up. But everything else, I just sleep through them, So, yeah. What's up, y'all?
What's happening?
So, look, tonight is pop-in night, guys. So, Risman and I have been doing a lot of talking. So, Derek, Risman, or Nick, sorry. It's Coach and Nick by default. Either one of you guys got anything you want to say, before we open this up to pop-ins and let everybody else come in and talk about the show, the fandom, what's going on? I just, just as a really quick recap, it's been crazy. I wasn't expecting the fallout from people getting mad at me because I gave it a 7. I guess it's been so long since I've given something a 7. I did like Ahsoka, the first 2 episodes, 3 episodes maybe.
I'm surprised, man. It's not a terrible show, but it's not a great show either. 7 doesn't feel like 7's kind of an okay score, I guess. I don't know. Like, It's not a great show. It's not a good show. It's an okay show. It's okay so far. There's some interesting things
I think
going
that's where
on.
I'm at. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
might be
yeah,
just I might be a half notch above that. Like
I'm at
like
6.5. I
yeah,
feel
I
like it's a
enjoy
6.5.
I had some enjoyment,
Yeah.
but I'm not like, oh, I can't wait for the third one. I'm not
Yeah.
there.
No,
You
not
know.
at all.
So the one thing I will say is I'm nearly convinced now this is not a show about the kids getting lost and finding their way back home, because I think at least 2 of the kids get back home in episode 4. Right? This show is about something else. It has to do with the planet. It has to do with the situation. But I don't know that that's going to make it better or worse. But I think the more I've evaluated some things and looked around, the more I'm convinced now that they sold it as kids get lost, kids must get home. But I think there's something else that we'll find out in the second half of the series that's really the point. And I hope it's well written, whatever it is, or if it is what I think it is. I hope they do it well. But I don't really think it's what we think it is. And if so, mad props to Watts and Ford, because they'll do a better job of giving us something that wasn't what we said that they said it was going to be than Leslie Headland ever thought about doing in The Acolyte. Right. But we'll see if I end up being right about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not overly blown away. It's like I said, it's an okay show. It doesn't insult me. It doesn't. It's so far removed. It seems like it's so far removed from Star Wars right now that it doesn't really feel like I don't really connect this to Star Wars yet. I know there's Jedi, the guy pulls, the key with the Force and everything. So it's like, okay, it is in the Star Wars universe, but I don't feel like a Star Wars connection. So I kind of feel like I'm just watching something else. I'm not really watching a Star Wars series quite yet. That's how I feel. Maybe when it starts having some more, Star Wars connections, maybe then I'll start feeling some sort of way about it, and maybe it'll make it better or make it worse. I don't know. But ultimately, it isn't hitting me in the Star Wars vibes and feels yet. So I'm just kind of watching the show and I'm like, all right, it's okay. It's not, terrible. And I think if they keep it in this exact tone where it's at, I think it's going to be okay. But I would love to see how this thing is going to ultimately connect to the wider Star Wars universe and everything that's going on right now. What is this planet? Is it, some people are saying this is going all the way back to the High Republic era. Like, they've been under this barrier since the High Republic. I don't know, or maybe since the Old Republic, or not the Old Republic, but, the Republic before, the Empire. So there's a lot of questions, so I'm intrigued into seeing what it is that they're doing. But as far as the show goes, it's all right.
Let me say this. I don't think they want anybody coming into the planet, but I wouldn't assume people don't go off the planet or they can't communicate out.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's
why
question.
That's why I say I think they're setting up the planet as a main character in this series, and I really think that's going to be the second half of it. And again, there'll be some connectivity there, and if it's an interesting story, great, right? I mean, we're not going to get rid of the kids. The kids will be in it the whole time, but the whole premise of do they get home, I think that will wash out earlier than people are expecting, and that's okay.
And that's fine. Yeah. To replace it with what this story is actually about. The story's not about the kids getting home. It's about something else, and I don't think the kids are even going to ultimately be the main character. I think it's going to be Jude Law. I think it's his story, his show, and what he's dealing with. And the kids were just kind of a way to bring him into the story and to create that, give it that Goonies vibe and feel. But it's really about Jude Law's character. That's what I'm expecting. So I'm interested to see where his character goes. I know there's going to be some nonsense in the third episode or whatever with couple lesbian couple or whatever. I don't really care. I'm interested to see what this story is, so we'll see but I'm not negative on it. I don't feel like this is a show that there's anything negative happening yet. It's just been mostly meh to okay to that's mildly interesting. That's
Right.
basically where I'm at with the show right now, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping it gets better. I hope. Look, we need Star Wars to feel like I want to enjoy Star Wars again. I want to turn on Star Wars content and say, "Hey, I had a good time." I don't feel offended. They're not slapping me in the face. They're not disrespecting the canon, the lore, the characters. They're not doing any of that. I want to feel like that again. And I'm not saying that this show is going to do it, but so far this show isn't pushing me away to the point where I just want to laugh and mock and ridicule the thing like I was doing with the Acolyte.
Yeah.
And
Mando season 3 and the Book of Boba
Mando
Fett
season 3
and Kenobi. Like,
yep.
It was a slap in the face to the fan. Right. This show has not slapped me in the face.
Yeah.
This show has not insulted me as a fan yet. We'll see what happens. There's a whole lot of people out there that are saying this is their recipe. They go 2 episodes or 3 episodes before they unleash their messaging or whatever. Like the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte were great.
Were they?
I don't believe that. That's just that's what social media was saying.
The best thing about the first 2 episodes
it was viewed so much, and then episode 3 happened, and that's when the wheels came off, and I'm like, that was terrible from the beginning.
Once the Neomoidians got off the screen, I don't remember anything good about episodes 1 and 2 of The Acolyte, and that was way at the beginning.
Yeah. All right. Well, Nick, are you still here?
Yeah.
All right. Well, chime in.
You guys know my thoughts. I thought the show's lame as fuck. I mean, lame AF. I mean, Mexican Iron Man had a great rant on Doomcock's stream.
He said he gave it live a 1 out of 10. I saw him saying in the chat. He gave it a 1 out of 10.
His rant on Doomcock's stream last night was pretty epic. But I'm also in agreement with you guys. There's nothing about the show that is like offended me. Where I'm like that. This, like this is not Star Wars. Like oh, you ruined this about George Lucas Star Wars or whatever. It's just so. I guess in a sense, I'm also a fence
Hey, give
rider.
it to them. There's people here that hadn't heard your take, Nick. They weren't here Monday.
And listen, you got at least one fan here. It says you have integrity and good taste, Nick. So keep going.
Wow.
Keep going. Tell them all about it. The rest of us are just losers. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. So I'm glad that there's people out there that have enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I mean, I wish Disney Star Wars was in a place to where I could enjoy these 2 first episodes like a lot of other people have, but I've been so jaded. That's definitely contributing for sure. It's in such, like I said, when we were doing the stream the other night after the first 2 episodes, is Star Wars is in such a bad spot, and it's been so damaged. Like, and this is what you spend your time on, a kiddie show, it's like, what? It is in the toilet. The franchise is in the toilet. And this is what you spend your time on and you give me? If Star Wars was in a better place, I'd probably be a not so much.
You'd be a little
down
more
on the
forgiving.
show.
You would,
Yeah,
I agree. I know you well enough to know that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, after you heard the 3 of us, you were influenced to raise your score up from 3 to 4.
Yeah, I raised it from a 3 to a 4.
But me listening to you makes me want to go down to a 6.
Yeah.
Because everything that you're saying is validated. Yep. Like, I totally understand it. And I have days and moments where I feel every bit of that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I agreed with what a lot of you guys said. Like when Rissman was talking about like the sound, the score and stuff of the show, I had no issue with that. But when has Star Wars had bad music? Other than a couple times with the Book of Boba Fett, with the freaking
there were a couple moments in Ahsoka where it sucked. I mean, we can pick out some pretty bad music in recent.
Yeah, but in general, Star Wars has pretty much always either looked good or had great a great score to it, no matter what the project is for the most part. So that's almost a given with Star Wars for me. but yeah, it's just I just I the show's just like yeah for me.
But you
But
know
again,
what?
yeah, you know,
Nick makes a
there's
good
nothing
point.
that offended me in it. You
Yeah,
know,
Nick makes a good point about if Star Wars is in a better place, some of this stuff is more receptive. Like if
Yeah.
they, okay, we're gonna go make a kiddie show. All right, they're making their kiddie show. That's
Mhm.
fine. Nobody's really like upset because Star Wars is in a good place. Okay, if they're making like, if Mando season 3 is great and Ahsoka is great and Book of Boba Fett is great. All right, you're not going to have perfect series every time. You can have a mulligan, go ahead. All right, you messed up with Ahsoka or you messed up with The Acolyte, fine. Everybody's still feeling mostly good about where Star Wars is going. But when one out of every 5 things that they make is good and everything else is trash, then you kind of feel like, well, why are we getting this? So I completely get that point too. I was wondering that because I think they announced Skeleton Crew at Star Wars Celebration in 22. I want to say the one in Anaheim. And everybody was kind of buzzing about like, oh, this is interesting. All right, they're going to do these kids and all this stuff. And then they brought some of the actors out. And Jude Law came out. And everybody was like, oh, okay, cool. And I remember walking out of there like, I don't want to see this. Like I remember leaving the auditorium saying, I don't want to see this. I want to see, Star Wars get back to Star Wars. But, they had already, put the wheels in motion. They probably had them in motion before that. So, unfortunately, we get these series and shows and movies made, and then it's 3 or 4 years later, and who knows what the franchise is going to look like by that time that thing comes out. It's just a delay, unfortunately. But yeah, if Star Wars is in a better place, I think more people would be, better with this. But it's still getting like pretty solid overall, ratings and reviews by most folks.
I understand the people who are so burnt out and distraught with the franchise and they've given up any and all hope. I totally understand that, and I've felt it many times.
Yep.
But at the same time, when I watch something, I am going to give my authentic thoughts.
Yep.
You may disagree with them, but it's what I think. It's how I see it. You can't tell me what I should score a show. You can't. You could tell me you disagree with my 7 because you think it's a 4 and here's why, and then we both call it a night. And that's fine. But don't get upset when you can't convince me that to change my mind. You know what I'm saying? Nick, can you believe people are that way? Like, look, and John in chat is saying debate Darth Pause. I had never heard of Darth Pause until yesterday when he tweeted us or at us. This is the young fella, and he's the one that was calling me a fake fan, and I guess he was calling everybody on the panel besides you, Nick, a fake fan and a fence sitter, and saying that we're damaging Star Wars by supporting Disney.
This is supporting Disney because you give an opinion. It's supporting
because we said it was decent, maybe good, a 6.5 or a 7.
And could you subscribe to Disney Plus?
Yes, especially that.
Yeah.
No, hang on. Hang on. Just for the record, he said something about that one time in chat.
That was on the live stream.
That never came up on Twitter.
That's true.
Okay, so let's not make people think that
it's the same guy.
Yeah, it is the same person. Yes. Okay. All right.
No, there's people out there that feels that strong about it, and I get it. I get where they're coming from. I understand, but there's people like Coach and even my own brother who have kids who like my brother's kids, like they watch the X-Men the animated series, the Amazing Spider-Man animated series from the 90s, a lot of classic Disney stuff before they went woke and crazy. They watch Bluey, which is like one of their number one shows on there. My brother and his wife, they're not fans of the woke crap or anything like that either, but they have kids that watch that stuff. And same thing with Coach, he's got kids that watch stuff on there. So, like, I get what they're saying,
They
but
watch 5 or 6 shows on Disney Plus.
Yeah, my
And my-
good buddy and his kids do the same thing. It's out all the time.
My
Yeah.
15-year-old freaked the hell out, dude, when I
Yeah.
canceled it.
Mm.
And I told my wife, I was like, I don't want to pay for Disney Plus. And she said, the girls want to watch their shows. And I'm like, man, I wrestled with that decision. And then dadgum, we're getting super chats. You know, GraphWeb canceled Disney Plus, and I'm reading that, and I'm going, oh, I got inner turmoil.
yeah.
Coach is over here, y'all torturing Coach, man.
Yeah.
He's over here.
Yeah.
He's like, what do I do? What do I do? I can't live with myself. I can't look myself in the mirror.
Coach, just own up
I've
to your
had these
fence riding
conversations
ways.
with Nick
Own up to it.
before I started saying them out loud.
Yeah. See, I
know?
don't have kids, and I have other ways to watch shows I want to watch without paying for any subscribing to anything. So,
Look,
I've never
I got kids,
subscribed
and
to
y'all
one.
know what the DA says.
Yeah.
F them kids. Like, I'll make the money. I'll make the decisions in this bad boy. I ain't listening to no kids. I get it though. I understand what
You could be one of the parents in Skeleton Crew, DA. It's the way it's shaping up.
F them kids, man. Dude, I'm out here making this money. You telling me how to spend my money? Oh, hell no. You guys got another thing coming.
Yeah.
No, but I get it, Coach. I get it. I borrow my Disney Plus logins when I need them, because I know plenty of people that got it. So you got to borrow it when you got to borrow it, so you can watch what you got to watch.
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
and I could have lied about it. I could be like, that's not my account. No, I'm not.
Just be honest.
You can't make me lie. You know, I'm going to say what it is, and if you disagree with it or don't like it, tough. And I meant exactly what I said on the live stream. I got a little ticked off about it. I was like, I've talked about this openly. This is not the first time. So if you can't handle that, you can bounce, because it's not about to change.
Well, that clip did make its way to Twitter today. I knew
It
there was a
did.
part of this that made its way.
Well, so he
to Twitter.
quoted me. These two guys in tandem, and they were like, if you can't handle it, you can bounce. And I was like, if you're going to quote somebody, at least say who said the quote. And he was like, you know who said it. It was you. Da-da-da. And I was like, well, yeah, but other people don't know that. So if you're going to quote me, put my name down there. Anyway.
Then they put the clip out. I was like, oh, they did it now. They put the whole damn clip on the Twitter.
And then dude took a snapshot of me giving the eulogy on Film Threat, and I'm like, I dress up nice.
Yep.
I was looking clean.
Yeah.
What?
And the thing is, I mean, and I said this in our stream the other night. If it wasn't for this channel, I probably wouldn't even be watching the show. I'm so done with Disney Star Wars, but as a content creator, you got to go out there and watch this stuff. Because you can't just go out there and be like, screw it when you haven't even watched it. You got to at least know what you're talking about. So like, and I do other streams on here too, like Mr. H Reviews, Doomcock on Wednesday nights. So like, I'm gonna have to go watch the freaking crappy Snow White movie probably, or the crappy.
They're not getting my time on that one, Nick. You'll watch something as fishy that I had never seen, and I'm happy for you to take.
I had to go out and watch Wicked.
Yeah.
I had to watch Wicked. I had no intentions of watching Wicked, but I went out and watched Wicked because you got to know what you're talking about. You got to see it at least one time.
It was decent, if not pretty good.
You see, I'm not a musicals fan. I like.
I'm not either.
Musicals,
yeah,
but
I'll never watch it
well
again.
Made.
Yeah.
I'll never see it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Not intentionally anyway. But I could tell it was well made. If you like musicals, you're probably going to love it. Everybody in the theater was singing and having a good time. So I was like, all right, this isn't my wheelhouse. Like if I dragged all them chicks to go watch a monster truck rally, they'd probably be bored out of their minds, but it's for the, right audience. So that's how I look at it. But I was wondering this because I was talking to my son. He's trying to put an anime channel together. And I was talking to him about this concept of the fandom and where the fandom falls. Sometimes they're, super positive. Sometimes they're super negative. And then you have the middle. And I feel like everybody should try to move towards the middle. You shouldn't try to be a shill
That's
where
right.
it's just always positive. Disney Star Wars does nothing wrong. Everything they do is perfect and wonderful and amazing. Oh, can I please get my goodie bag when I come to the red carpet events and blah, blah, blah. And they begging to get into Lucasfilm Studios, all of that crap. Okay. You got those guys. Then you got people that are just 1000% negative. They never say anything good about any part of the franchise. Everything is trash. Everything is bad, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then you have the middle where it's like, look, I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to tell you what I really believe and what I really think. And I'm not going to say everything is trash, but I'm also not going to like everything. I'm going to give you an honest opinion. And I feel like those are the channels that's the way we all should be. We should all just give our opinion. So somebody's going to, if you got a group of 4 people, somebody's going to give it a 4. Somebody's going to give it a 7. Somebody's going to maybe even give it a 9. Somebody might give it a 1. You're going to get different opinions, and that's fine. You should be expecting different opinions. We're all different people. So I would never want to be a part of just always terrible, always trash, always horrible. Like one of the first things I was like when I came to this channel is like, oh, Rissman likes Andor. I've heard people ripping Andor apart and saying that Andor was garbage. But here's a guy on the channel saying, nah, Andor is pretty good. I'm like, okay, that's how I feel too. You know, even though everybody may not feel the exact same way. So I feel like that's how a fandom should be. Just be honest. And
you
if you
can
like
whatever you want to like.
Right.
You know,
if you like it, say you like it and be good.
But
and cool.
people with their assumptions, like, look, man, you know, I ain't seen Dude in a while either, but I Am Siler. If you're never going to watch it again, talking about Wicked, it's not a good movie. Stop coping.
I'm never going to see it again.
I'm never going to watch it. All I'm saying is,
I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm never watching that movie
my
again
wife
because
and kids asked me to go.
Not my thing.
My wife and kids wanted me to go watch it with them. I went. Plus, they went to the movie theater in the town we grew up in, Nick, and I was not going to let them go without me.
Over on
by the mall.
Okay.
Last time I was there, I told Rissman and Nick about it. I almost got in a fight, and that was without my family.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was going really for protection. The movie was much better than I had anticipated. I thought it was going to be absolute dog crap trash. And I was surprised that it was a good movie.
The movie was
relative.
The movie was a big studio spectacle. It was a movie. It's what in our youth, it's what we would have said, hey, I went and saw a movie, right? Not something that people were playing at. And I get that musicals are not everyone's cup of tea. I totally get that. This movie was beautifully produced, right? And I have not seen the theater this busy. My goodness, with Gladiator, with Wicked, then Moana 2 opened up. I had never seen so many people. The IMAXs were sold out. My mom wanted to see Red 1. We saw Red 1. Both theaters that Red 1 were in were sold out. By the way, do not recommend Red 1, but okay, it was a movie. But it brought people. It brought people out, and to me that was great. It was the place was full of life. I mean, it was overflowing. This little theater near the theater I always go to, where sometimes I'm like the only one there. It was overflowing with people seeing these movies. It was crazy, absolutely crazy.
Well, look, guys, it is now time. We're going to go ahead and open up the show. We have talked about it enough. The first person that's coming in made the comment, men should not go watch musicals. He got me on that one. On that one. So here we go. Where is our little pop-ins thing? We got to do this like...
Get that balloon out. Get that balloon man
officially. Out. Oh, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rogue Sarge and
Bobby.
Gentlemen,
Mall's
what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
fellas?
guys. All right, Bobby, the floor is yours. Tell us all the ways we're wrong, my friend.
Oh, no. Well, first off, I agree with you, Coach. Goonies is overrated.
Thank you.
No, here we go again.
Thank
How
you.
Yep.
dare you?
Next
Gotta be
time.
overrated.
How dare you, sir?
Hey, I saw it when it first came out back in '84 in the theater, and I was like, yeah, okay. Haven't watched it since.
I love
So
it.
Goonies aren't forever.
They never die, Bobby. They never die.
Yep, they never die. They never say
they
die.
just they could just go away for all I care.
I agree.
With Skeleton Crew, I'm not wowed by it. The kids are good actors because they're really good at playing annoying kids.
Who would be wowed by it?
don't
What's in there to be wowed by?
Yeah, I know.
That's all I'm saying.
You know, it's supposed to be Star Wars. I don't like the urban setting with paved streets and manicured lawns, but we know there's something about that planet that's off. So I'm interested to see what happens with that. I don't think Jude Law is a Jedi. I don't know.
Just a Force user.
Yeah, probably. Or he's doing some kind of tricks.
I mean, he was a pirate.
I mean, if he was a Jedi, why was he still in that cell all and all decrepit and stuff? You know? So, yeah, I mean, there's 8 episodes for this first season?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're already 2 episodes in. I want to see what happens with the planet. I mean, you know, what the story is behind that. But as for the kids, not big on them. Nick Frost's voice as the droid is cool because Nick Frost is cool.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Any thoughts about the fandom? And look, somebody made a comment earlier, just a few minutes ago. I missed it, but something that Star Wars Theory said on Open Bar.
Yeah.
He said something to the effect of a lot of the Star Wars shills, pro-acolyte people are no different than the people who want to burn everything down by default. And that's what I'm seeing this week. To me, a lot of these people are very much the same. If you can't look at something and judge it on its own and be authentic about it, if you have to, it's almost like you're playing a role. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you have the crowd that's, okay, it's Disney Star Wars, it's gonna suck, burn it to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the other half that's like, okay, hey, it's Star Wars, it's great, stop bitching about it. Just watch it and take it for what it is.
The irony there, and
it's either going to be good or it's not.
Yeah. Well, every one of you know this. I lean a certain direction.
Yeah.
I lean burn it to the ground.
Yeah.
Every 7 days a week. But I give it a 7 and people can't take that. And I'm like, whoa, hang on.
Yeah.
I'm also going to tell you what I really think.
Yeah, so like right now with Skeleton Crew, we're, like I said, we're only 2 episodes in. I'm giving it about a 6.5, maybe 7. I mean, the production value on it, it looks great. It's not bad. I'm just gonna, watch the rest of it, and when it's finally done, then I'll say, okay, well, it was good or it sucked. Same thing with like Dune Prophecy. That's only 6 episodes. We're halfway done. And I'm like, okay.
I keep falling asleep. Do you stay awake?
I mean, the book was a lot better. Book was a lot better.
You weren't a fan of the films either.
Well, the Denis Villeneuve films were good. They left a lot out. They changed a lot.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like what they did with Chaney.
Yeah.
With her character. Didn't like it at all. And plus, Zendaya is a horrible actress anyway, so she was just a bad casting choice. But they totally changed her character, and I didn't like it. They totally eliminated Paul and Chaney had a baby. That was Leto the First, and that was killed by the Sardaukar. Totally eliminated that.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't like it. Looked great, it had its moments, but it could have been better.
Right. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby, thank you,
Yeah.
brother. Don't run off. We
Okay.
don't have anybody else in the background. Let's just, this is open panel discussion. It's not hey, you talk now and no you talk, but I do want to hand it off to Darth Maul's lower half and Bobby.
I'm good.
You still chime in too. All right.
Hey, real quick, did we want to knock out these super chats?
Knock
Oh,
them
we
out.
do have some piled up. Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, Josh Main
Already did that one.
Member, hail, Josh Main.
Yep. Thank you, Josh.
Mexican Iron Man in the house. What's up, brother? $4.99. Coach has not seen my review of this Disney Skeleton Crew. 1 out of 10.
But when I've heard you rant so many times, it's like, I could imagine.
Yeah.
I could probably write it for you.
Yeah.
But I will go watch it. Go watch it. It's on Doomcock's channel.
Yeah. Last night's stream.
All right. I will check it out, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm going to be laughing.
Oh yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Let's see here. Greg E for $2. Episode 3 has 2 mom scenes. The message.
Somebody asked earlier, what am I gonna think when I see that? I don't know. I gotta see it.
Well,
You got to see it first.
It's not my cup of tea. None of that.
Yeah.
However, Game of Thrones is my favorite show of all time.
There's a lot of that in there.
Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but it's there.
Yeah. And also the thing is, we heard the same thing about Morph in Logan in X-Men 97.
I got to see it.
And when we saw the scene, it was nothing. It was literally nothing.
Nothing. It wasn't just that, brother. The people were wrong.
Yeah. It wasn't like a gay thing with Morph and.
Now, do I think Chris Gore's wrong on this? No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
already seen it.
So I mean, the extent of it is episode 3 starts. They're having a meeting. The parents of all the missing kids are having a meeting, and KB has 2 moms, and they're concerned that she's missing.
And I'm going to tell you this: I don't think I'm going to be that bothered by it. Now, if they're holding hands and kissing in a corner, I'm probably going to check out.
Yeah,
I don't think you have to worry about that.
It's just why do you got to put that in there at all? It's because of modern day times,
modern themes into
that side having to push that stuff in there, and it shouldn't be in there at all. I'm going to be doing a video with our boy John Kokoza this weekend on the trans flag representation in the first 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew.
It's there, and you can't argue it.
Yeah, it's 100% there. But the thing is, I didn't catch it.
I didn't either,
or even notice it when it came on. But that's the thing; they will sneak this.
Well, I didn't even know what their flag looked like.
Yeah, I didn't either. I had no clue. Yeah, it's it's gross. It just doesn't need to be in there at all.
It just gives you the impression that Disney just can't help themselves.
No, they got to give that representation.
They do. Well, it's the continuing initiative to normalize everything.
Yep, exactly. Mexican Iron Man with $10. If Rispin could keep his clothes on and stay out of Keke's bedroom at night and let her get to work, then maybe we could get some actual real Star Wars this century before I die.
Real Star Wars this century before I die.
Rispin, come on now. We need your help here.
That is hilarious.
I would have been keeping her occupied. Just someone could have made something happen.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And Staccato DDS, what is going on with the big 20?
That's awesome. That's very generous.
Echo Base Network memberships. Hail to you, good sir.
Staccato DDS strikes again.
Yeah.
Everybody that got one of those 20 memberships, please give him a big thank you. Thank you, brother. We greatly appreciate that.
Staccato DDS is the man. Freaking awesome, huge supporter
of a lot of us and a lot of our friends.
Yeah, us and a lot of our friends' channels, and we greatly appreciate it. So thank you for that. 20 gifted memberships. Inoki Hemalato for $4.99. Felt like a kid again.
That was appealing to me. When he was playing with the action figures, I was looking at my action figures back there. It took me back, and that was nice. That was a nice touch.
Yes, Star
I
Wars
think that's
Theory-
why they did it.
yeah, Star Wars
Like,
Theory
or remembers or whatever.
yeah, Star Wars Theory said the same thing. I listened to his review and stuff on it, his take on it. For me, it was like you're just trying to pull the nostalgia button. You're trying to push the nostalgia button here and try to get me to like be like, oh, and like remember happy good times or whatever. So it really didn't do nothing for me, but yeah, a lot of people did like that scene for sure. Spike Insanity. Remember at the end of Goonies when all their parents come to collect them, they were all normal nuclear families. Weird. Yeah, so weird.
That's the one thing Goonies got right.
Yeah, you can't have that in modern day entertainment anymore because you have to push that out there. And I'm not gonna like it in the Skeleton Crew. I'm not gonna like it in anything. That they do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if it was in another show or whatever, some one-off whatever show, I'd just be like, ugh, whatever. But there's certain things from my childhood. G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats, Star Wars, He-Man, a lot of that stuff that, I want preserved and protected. And so when I see that stuff popping up and that sort of stuff, it really irritates me. Anything else, I'm kind of like, no, I don't really care about this stuff. Yeah, this is a good show, but whatever. This is the time we live in. But that stuff, I want to try to keep it pure and try to keep it to what it originally was from the beginning as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, that was one thing I said about the show was that it felt in a moment like it was being meta.
Yes, yeah, very much. It was Star Wars pretending to be Star Wars.
Yeah, it did.
But
It had that feel for a little
Referencing
bit.
Star Wars. Star Wars referencing Star
But
Wars.
that's not the why they put it in though, right? The point of them putting that in was and you saw it on his flip chart, right? On Wim's flip chart. These children grew up in this secluded place with they wanted to be Jedi, right? And someone translated everything that was on that flip chart, that thing that he had, and the story they told about the Force and about Jedi is exactly what we like to always think about, what the Jedi were all about, what the Force was all about, right? So these kids learned about the Jedi in their best form, and so yeah, they wanted to grow up to be a Jedi, just like Luke wanted to grow up and have an adventure, right? He was playing around with the toy, right? Was that meta? Right? I mean, he was playing around with the spaceship toy, right? That Obi-Wan gave him. So I think it was quite purposeful here for them to say, not only did these kids have some notion of the Jedi, but then when they met a Force user later, they're going to take all those ideas that they think they know, and they're going to attribute those to Jude Law's character, right? And I think that's going to become important as a part of the story also. So that's what I got out of it, and I think that's kind of what the point was.
Yeah, I guess looking on it, just listening to you talk, Matt, it just made me think about, I guess it's sort of similar to, when us as kids were playing with the little green army men. They're soldiers and there's real life soldiers, and you're sitting there having battles and war. And I guess the Jedi and clone troopers or whatever else during this time would also be, similar to that,
And even more interesting, one of the stories on his flip chart was a Jedi meeting a Sith. And the Sith said, you shouldn't have come here, right? When they meet later in the street and Neil says that line, it's from the story. It's from their story time. One of the stories is about Jedi meeting a Sith. right? And so they notionally they were brought up to understand those things, I believe, for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think that'll become clear later on.
All right, pop ins, boys. We got it. Darth Maul's lower half. The floor is yours. Give us your thoughts. Sorry for the. Thank you for being patient.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I haven't seen Skeleton Crew, so I can't say much about that show. I just wanna say I'm sometimes really desperate for new Star Wars that I feel tempted to resubscribe to D+. But then again, no. My breaking point was the firing of Gina Carano, and that was it for me. After that, I did not want to give them my money or any additional view or minutes watched or whatever. And so I understand that puts me sometimes in a tough spot, because all my friends who are still subscribed and are still watching the shows, they're saying, how can you have an opinion about a show without actually watching it? Well, I try to form my opinion based on what I'm seeing around the show, how the actors behave, how the producers and showrunners act and behave. And I'm seeing the reviews, I'm seeing the highlights, and that's how I try to make up my opinion. And that's basically it. The question is, if we would have had better Star Wars in the past, would you still have given it a 7 out of 10?
I don't know. We'll never know that. I don't.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
And when it comes to the fan base, I too must confess, we are all hypocrites in some way or another. I've not subscribed to D+, but on the other hand, I'm still collecting action figures from Hasbro.
Yeah.
Knowing that with every figure that I buy, Hasbro gives Disney a cut of the money.
Every single time.
Every single time. Yeah.
I actually just bought a what's that series of that they're putting out there? It's all the vehicles and ships, but they're like, scaled way down and have like miniature figures.
Oh, was it the Squadron?
Yeah. So when I was with Mike, I just saw a TIE Interceptor and an A-Wing from that line, and I picked those up because I did have a TIE Interceptor or an A-Wing.
You
and
shit bastard.
Yeah. but that's OG, Star Wars stuff. That's the stuff I like.
Oh, I had somebody giving me hell because I bought the Luke Grogu poster, and I'm like, that's not even a Disney poster, bruh.
Oh yeah, that was the fan made.
That's
one.
an artist, Matt. Whoever.
That was a nice poster.
Yeah. That was Matt Ferguson who did that poster.
Yeah, Matt
right?
Ferguson.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, I got that poster too, framed and hanging up in the bedroom. So yeah.
And this channel loves Grogu.
Yeah.
Well, one of us does.
I'm a collector of the Black Series, and my total count at the moment, I think, is about 350 figures.
Oh,
and
wow!
Nice.
And I'm proud to say, because even in collecting Star Wars, knowing that you give a part of the money to Disney, even there you can have principles. Not a single action figure from the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Not a single figure from the Kenobi show or from the Book of Boba Fett. So you can still show them in some way or another.
But you still see those Reva action figures on the shelf. They're still there.
Yeah,
they got a ton of them at Ollie's.
Well, I just want to ask you one question, Darth Maul, and then we're going to hand it off to Mama Bear. Do you open the toys when you buy them?
No.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah.
He's not a John Graver. He's not a John Graver.
I buy them. I put them in a display case. Yeah, and they have announced some figures for the next year, early next year, and I couldn't be more thrilled because they have announced a Shakti figure and a Luminara and Duli, and at least according to the pictures, they look awesome. I can't be more thrilled about them.
Very good. Very good. All right, Mama Bear, Skeleton Crew. People are being mean to me.
I know it.
We
I
think.
got your back. I haven't seen it yet. I'm watching it tonight. But
Oh, well, good. I'm
Oh,
excited
okay.
for you to watch it.
yeah, I can't wait to see it. Really.
Hey, I
actually.
want to answer Darth Maul's lower half, brother. I will tell you, my very best guess. I feel pretty confident about it. If we had been getting really good Star Wars, if they had taken Mandalorian season 2 and just continued on, and we were up there, then I probably would not have scored this show a 7.
Imagine what could have happened if they had done the Rangers of the New Republic show.
Yeah.
That would have been so awesome. They could have made spin-off after spin-off.
And Grogu stayed with Luke.
Like he
didn't
should
get
have.
forced back.
Yeah.
It was the perfect ending of that story arc.
Yeah, it was.
I totally agree. All right, I'm sorry about that.
But since all roads lead to this sequel trilogy, it wasn't
looking that way.
to do for them.
Yeah. And I'll be going, burn it to the ground. And people are going to be like, what? You were just giving it a 7. You know, this whatever. That's the war right there. Yeah. All right, Debbie.
So I will let you know how I like it after I watch it. I'll watch it on the Discord. And main reason I wanted to be on here and didn't send us in a super chat is because since I have known you and Nick, and it's been almost 4 years, I think it'll be 4 years in February, not quite sure. The two of you have never been anything but yourselves. You have never given an opinion that you yourself didn't believe in, good or bad, which is why I got to love your show. And it helped me be a better fan, actually. And so don't put up with any of that. You're doing just fine.
Their heads were rolling. I was killing them.
How many times has Mama Bear come on here and been like, I like this? And I'm like, man, that was shit, Debbie.
A lot.
We've never told anybody what to think.
Yeah.
If you like something or dislike something or love disliking it, we're good with you.
Right.
That's awesome. But don't come at me like I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Which
the thing is, and you can say
I
this.
think the Goonies suck. I know I'm the only one here.
Besides Bob. No.
You're all by yourself on that one.
And I'll stand on it till I die because that's what I think.
Yeah.
John Baker's never seen the Goonies. He has no opinion at all.
Yeah, you're not missing anything.
Yeah, I will always think Iron Eagle is better than Top Gun.
So will I.
And
I'll always think the Gladiator boxing movie's better than the Russell Crowe one.
Yeah, that is a good movie.
And the Goonies gave us Thanos. Without Goonies, Josh Brolin. It was his.
Oh yeah,
it was the start of his career.
Yeah. That's right. Man. Yeah,
that's right.
Hey, hang on a second. Hang on. Time out.
I hope he's right.
Time the hell out.
That was probably one episode.
Got you there, Coach.
First one.
Got you there.
That was early on.
First one.
First episode.
Coach can't be trusted.
That's his fence riding ways. That's his fence riding ways.
Yeah,
going on a long time.
Don't listen to Coach.
Yes.
I did text Derek today, and I was like, "Come on, why does nobody come after you? How come I give something a 7 and you give something a 6.5, and everybody's like, DA's a genius. Screw Coach, you know?" And I'm like,
well,
"What?"
I will give DA this. I will give him this. It goes back to the Tyson, whatever. And he was right up front, and he was right. I was so into it. And he was right.
I'm not listening to no Tyson and Jack Paul.
Well, DA was right. It was.
I was right. Thank you, Graber. I was right.
You were. And it pains me because I was in the crowd while I was like, oh, freaking 3 rounds. Tyson's gonna knock this kid out.
You know, this is why the channel works, because I'm everybody's punching bag. I mean, it's just all covered in.
Gave the acolyte a 10.
This is why we succeed.
He was right. He was right. It pains me, but he was right.
I agree.
Thank you, Graber.
He was. You were, Derek.
Like
He
right off
was.
the bat,
Mhm.
it was like
You went from a 9 to a 6.5 for me. But you were right. You were right.
It was so obvious, though, Coach. It was so obvious.
I know.
I was blinded. I was blinded.
And
by
I
the-
lost. And I lost
I get it.
$2,000 on it.
Ooh.
Damn.
I lost 100.
I thought 3 rounds, couple hits, Tyson's gonna be done, and he's gonna knock this kid out. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I
I
lost
said if
$2,000.
Tyson doesn't get it done in the first 3 rounds, he's
Right.
not going to win. It's either going to go the distance or he's going to get put down.
The only one who got knocked out in that damn stream was Netflix, for crying out
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
And all of our patience, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
But I
glad
still had a fun night.
was like, 'cause
We
I
had
would
great
put- I
great
would put
food.
money
It
on
was
that.
I got to see the best part about the fight was Mike Tyson walking into the ring until he almost fell down. But
Yeah. Yeah. And the lead up to it was exciting.
Very much.
Yeah.
Because I go to the 500, the Indy 500. The whole lead up, I eat up everything. And it's worthy. I mean, because it's all like for veterans, or I absolutely love it. And Tyson was the same way. I bought into the whole thing, and I was wrong. I was wrong.
How often do these big events like live up to the hype? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is going to be the greatest game. This is going to be the biggest fight. This is going to be an amazing event, an amazing movie. They rarely live up to all of the hype. The hype is part of the fun. You get
That's
all
true.
excited. You can't wait to do
I
it.
bought
And
into it.
then,
I totally bought into it.
yeah,
at
that's
least
what
it
happened.
wasn't pay-per-view though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just watch it on Netflix.
Stupid two old men. I don't know.
Now, if I had paid $50 for it, I'd have been even more devastated.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And you know what? I would have.
You would have paid 50 for this?
Oh,
Any day. Any day.
I would have.
I'd have bought it immediately with no hesitation. Mike
There's one
Tyson's
born
fighting.
every
I'm
minute,
watching.
folks.
Yeah.
There's one born
Yeah.
every minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sucker. I am a sucker. I know that.
You know what? Freaking Tyson, he's what, older than I am? Guy walked away with $20 million. Hats to you.
Hats off to him. Yeah.
And you know what? That for me is some people's frustration with me. Coach, golly, you know Ahsoka ain't gonna be no good, Coach. No matter how you feel, no matter how bad you want it to be, they were right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we gotta wait till it
Buy
comes
it.
out. We gotta see it.
Gotta see it. You know.
But yeah, my that's why it's hard for me to get pumped and excited about anything coming out. I simply won't ever be excited for anything they're coming out with ever. You know.
I do. I'm that kind of guy. I buy into the hype. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. It's all gonna suck to me until it doesn't.
That's right.
All of it.
All right, Mama Bear, final thoughts before we move on.
I've got a couple. So this is stuff you've talked about off and on in here today. Number one, the movie theater where I work at during the past 10 days has made more money than it made in September and October together.
I believe it.
Wow.
Every
Wicked.
because
And
of
Gladiator.
Wicked, because of Gladiator, and because of Moana, and all those movies when they sold out, they all went to Red One.
Yeah.
So Red One was selling out. It was one of these, fall behind, that we're gonna and busiest I've ever been there. It was unreal. The one day they were like almost to 5,000. So that's big for them. So it was awesome though. Glad to see it. And next coming weeks, I think it's going to be that way again because, like it or not, I know some of you won't. Mufasa is going to be a really good movie, and it's going to do well.
Mufasa's going to make money. Yeah.
Yeah, and also Sonic's coming out, so it's going to be
Can't wait.
I think Sonic will do better than Mufasa, but it's going to be good. So it's just oh, and DA, are you going to go see Wicked Part 2, which follows Part 1? Because that was Part 1.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you know what? Again, I'm probably gonna go see it.
There's one born every minute, folks. There's one born every minute.
For channel purposes, I've said this on the first one. This is for channel purposes because I'm on live streams. I'm on talking about it, so it's like, all right, I got to go see it so I can speak intelligently.
So you're
about
basically
it.
seeing it under protest.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah, there you go, Bobby. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. Yeah, under protest. But if I'm showing up on channels, hey, all right, we're going to talk about Wicked today. Yeah, all right.
Not just channels though, but your audience wants to know what you think.
Right.
I think I did like 1 or 2 Wicked videos, and they weren't about the movie. It was just about all
about the merchandise,
the crazy stuff.
Well, that plus the comments from the actress. When she got mad at the fan edit poster and all of that stuff. Like I'll do that stuff, but like. The movie, I don't think if I did a review of the movie, I don't think anybody would watch that. A few people would, but it wouldn't be a big video. So I don't think my corner is going to be really interested in it. But because I go on other channels and I talk about it, I just want to be intelligent about what I'm saying. So I'll probably go and see Part 2 once, and then that's it.
One of your OGs just turned on you. I'm just gonna let you know.
Look at you, Grogu. Come on, man. Come on, Grogu.
And I just have one last thing. Matt Rissman, I am so looking forward to Andor. Cannot wait.
Yeah, same here. Can't wait to
I know.
I'm really anticipating that. Can't wait. And I have to be to work at 8:15 in the morning. The first movie's at 8:45 a.m. and I am going to go to bed.
Wow,
all right, Davey. Hey,
love you guys.
Thank you.
Love all of you.
Yep.
See
you later. Bye.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Where'd John Graber go? He's next.
He is next. We're going to go to Tatooine, but I wanted to say hello to Donna sneaking in.
Oh, hey, Donna.
Hey,
Donna.
Well, I guess Tatooine's next anyway.
Donna might be frozen.
I think Donna's frozen up.
Donna is Donna is frozen.
All right. Tatooine, you here?
Yeah, I'm frozen down here in Tennessee too.
Yeah, it's cold.
Literally.
It'd be cold.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, what are your thoughts, brother?
I thought the show was fine for the first 2 episodes. One thing I will say is I rewatched episode 2 last night. That's the first time I would say since Mandalorian season 2 that I've rewatched any show episode. I haven't seen anything except for Andor. I guess that's the exception. I've rewatched Andor probably 3 times, maybe 4. But as far as a current show that's going on lately, it's not been good enough for me to say I need to go back and see what I missed. But last night I rewatched it because here's what I like about the show is that there's a plethora, there's a diversity of aliens. And some we're familiar with and some we're not, and some are pretty cool. And that's fun to see. That's part of Star Wars that we always say needs to be in there. And that's one knock against Andor was that we didn't see that.
Yeah. So
even though I was fine with it for Andor, not seeing as much, but it's fun to see that. I'm not a big fan of that Neil character just speaking like a normal American little kid. No. You see aliens that look sort of humanoid. I'm okay with them sounding like a human. But when you get down to the elephant creatures and stuff, I don't expect them to sound like, what's his name from Goonies?
It's Goonies
Sloth?
again.
Sloth.
Sound like
yeah.
Well, yeah, he sounded
Not
like
Sloth, but
Yeah.
like Chunk or something
the
like that.
little kid with the curly hair, I couldn't tell if it was a boy or a girl at first until he said my son.
yeah. That's
like,
fine. It's just a kid.
Yeah.
But and kid, we never really do see what kids are in Star Wars. We see Luke playing around with a plane, and he was 19, and he was a dreamer. His heads were in the clouds, but we never see a whole lot of the kids. So
like think like Phantom Menace was like the only time we got a group of kids like with Anakin and his
Anakin
little
and
Yeah.
brother.
friends, yeah.
yeah, and it just barely scratched the surface on what their daily life is on
Yeah.
on a crappy planet. Here we are, kind of in sort of a suburbia type planet. Who knows?
And
It could. I
then
mean,
Kenobi came.
and then Kenobi, yeah, and then we saw, yeah, we did see some slow kid running at Borgo. Did see some slow kid running. Mark that on your bingo pad. But overall, I think it's okay so far. It's I can't say I hate it, and I don't really love it. I'm right there, in that 6.5 or 7 range as well. It's entertaining right now. It's got a couple of interesting mysteries that kind of seem to beckon back to the EU, which they call Legends now. So I like that they're giving a little credence to some EU stuff, that they're not totally shutting it out. There's a little hope there that they might bring more of that in. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm looking forward to the next episode. We'll see how it goes from there. It could turn at any time, right?
Yes, it could.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's the thing. That's the thing. Even when Disney Star Wars gives you something that might be solid, you still don't know. It's always going to be on shaky ground until it's over.
Keep your hand on your blaster.
Exactly.
You never don't turn your back on anybody. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
Absolutely. All right, brother. Well, look, don't run away. All you guys, we're going to move it on over to Graber. And get his thoughts, but open panel. So if y'all want to chime in with him, you feel free to. But Graber,
all right, I loved it.
What's up?
Loved it. I watched it twice. Megan and her girls, family, it's coming over tomorrow night to watch it, and I'm excited because Mogs is 12, Haley Bug's 10, and Ava Grace is 7, and Rooster's 2, but the oldest 2, I'm looking forward to watching it with them. I think they're really going to like it. I think that's their entry into Star Wars. I mean, they tolerate.
And you're talking about your grandchildren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they tolerate Star Wars. I mean, because we watched Haley Buck spent the night the other night. We watched New Hope, and that was the first time she's ever watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like an entryway to. I'm excited just to watch it with them, and I thought it was fun. I was looking to this. I just wanted it to be fun, no attachments to anything else. Just be fun. Just be Star Wars. And I'm so far in the first 2 episodes, I've gotten that. And the pirates thing, I love pirates anyway. I loved every bit of it.
I am not a fan of pirate movies or pirates or any. I just don't care. Never have.
I think the pirate thing is a little overdone.
It's a little too 17th, 18th century pirate type vibe.
Yeah.
For being a Star Wars show.
Did you guys like the pirates that they had in the Clone Wars, like Hondo and the pirates?
I love Hondo.
I like Hondo.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
love Hondo. He's more of a smuggler kind of. Oh, I mean, he would probably add another point to my ranking.
All right, so the let's go back to the trailer. Y'all seen the trailer, right? Obviously.
Which one? There's been so many trailers and teasers.
Is that not Hondo's, not skull, but
it is his species, right? Hondo's the throne you're talking about when they get into the treasure room.
Gold, it's got the tusks.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, right?
Take this for what it's worth, but TV Line asked John Watts point blank in an interview, "Are we going to see Hondo? Will Hondo show up?" And his response was, "I'll rip the Band-Aid right off. We don't have Hondo. We thought about it, but we couldn't think of a part big enough for Hondo in this series."
I don't buy into anything.
And so again, Leslie Headland said we wouldn't see Yoda, and of course we got Yoda on the crapper, right? So I don't know whether you want to believe that or not. Personally, I think we're more likely to see Maz Kanata in the series than we are Hondo.
Well, that'd be cool. I would.
Hondo is a Weequay fake fan.
Thank you. I thought he was a Weequay.
I'll buy into that.
But so they said that and then he went on to say he's like we felt like if Hondo was here, he would say this part is not big enough for Hondo. So he made a little joke out of it. My opinion is Filoni wants to use Hondo first. I put it on Filoni. I personally think Filoni wouldn't want Hondo showing up in the show if he has a plan for Hondo. That's my personal opinion. But I think Maz Kanata is fair game.
Oh no.
I would. I'm not a big sequel fan. I would accept that.
No sequel trilogy characters.
Nick, did you hear that?
I think she has a lot of.
I didn't think you did because you didn't say nothing. Say it again, Risman.
I said I don't think we'll see Hondo. If I had to put money on someone like that showing up, I would put money on Maz Kanata.
I'll accept it.
Maz Kanata.
She was the crazy lady with the glasses in the trilogy with the she had lights. She had Luke's lightsaber.
Look, Nick is trying to scrub. He's trying to scrub the sequel trilogy out of his brain.
Maz Kanata, I know that name, but who is that?
That's a story for another time that will never be told.
Okay.
And then we never get a story.
Yeah. Can you all know I'm pretty positive on Star Wars. I really am. And a lot of people like The Force Awakens. That was the first movie I was like, I'm out. When they did the Star Killer base, I'm like, I'm out. But I wouldn't mind seeing Maz Kanata. I think she has a lot of history and a lot of, if they do it well, like everything, if they do it right.
Plus, she's in universe. She wrote a source book. Her journal was all about smugglers and pirates, and she basically documented this history. She documented Port Borgo. There's a lot of things that they've shown us so far in the series that has me thinking Maz Kanata. And then there's one teaser where he's in the ship with the kids, and he's like, "Well, I don't know where Ad-Ad is, but I have a friend. She can help us."
Oh,
right? So I think. I would put some. I wouldn't put $2,000 on it though, Coach. But I think I would put some.
Oh, that's not even funny.
All right, so can we talk about the pirate droid? I love him. Love him.
It's me. He was a good droid.
I love him.
He's got a rat living in his eye. I think it's great.
I love him.
It's great.
Absolutely love him. I hope he gets his eye fixed because that freaks me out. But
well, he's got someone living there. He can get it fixed.
Oh, I do like the show. I really do.
It is. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like a movie or a show about pirates and a lost planet of eternal treasure.
Yes, I'm totally in.
Seems a little lazy.
I'm totally because even. All right, so
I will say that criticism.
When I watch any Star Wars, the whole point of me loving Star Wars, it takes me back to 12, 13 years old, right? I have no, I love it, absolutely love it. I love the show. I do like it. It's an escape. It's pirates and spaceships and blasters, and I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah.
If Mars really shows up in the end, what will your score be then?
It's going down. That's an automatic points off.
-1.
If I see her for 1 second, points are going down.
Wait, who?
Maz Kanata.
Oh, I'd see. I'm good with that.
No.
She's okay.
No.
Richmond, what do you say?
I like Maz Kanata. I thought she was funny, right? And I think she fits organically in the story.
Because it's 1,000 years, and she has a history. I would buy into that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And again, I say that as not a sequel fan. I would buy into that.
Oh, it's like drinking vomit.
There's parts of sequels.
Oh, I drank today, just so you know.
Somebody was talking.
It's still John Graber's turn, unless he has nothing else to say.
I'm done. I love it. I'm done.
Right,
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Excellent.
I love every bit of it.
All right, Donna's up. Come on,
Donna. The floor is yours.
Is it mine? Is it mine? I'm unlike the rest of you. I haven't seen it.
I was going to get onto Patreon and watch it, but I'm scared. I'm really scared. So I've just been listening to you guys, and my hair's on fire right now because of
Mine too.
J.K. Rowling. And, but I'm more upset right now about Harry Potter than anything. So
me and you both,
but
Donna. Me and you both.
Huh?
I said me and you both.
Me and you both,
But
Donna. Me and you.
So but I've been enjoying listening to you guys, your takes and stuff. I don't care about being ruined for the story. I'm not even, I mean, I don't even have Disney Plus, and I'm cheating by going through Echo Base, the Patreon.
And we didn't really highlight this, right? So just to make sure everyone is clear on what Donna is saying, if you are so inclined and would like to join the EBN Patreon, some things get loaded there, and the first 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew may have been loaded onto the Patreon. So it's $5 a month. There's lots of other good stuff gets put there, by the way. I don't want to make it sound like it's only this, but that is an option if you don't want Disney Plus.
Yeah, our full reaction for the first 2 episodes is up. You can watch it along with us. Link is in the chat.
All right, so Coach and Nick, is there any way you can do like a tier where you just pay for everything and you're done?
Like Discord, YouTube membership, Patreon, all of it.
I just want everything. I don't want
to. No, because it's all separate. It's all separate. I mean, that'd be nice if there was a way to do that, but
make it happen.
Yeah, there's.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
there's just not.
But my plan is to watch it as soon as the third one, because after listening to, I was getting ready to watch it, and then I listened to it was like a pre-review of the third one, and I'm like, oh no, I might just say no. So all the way, because I understand that the third one is a little
I'll wait and see.
Today, now, current day.
Yeah, a little too.
You guys the alphabet community stuff in there.
I'm curious because I've heard rumors about that, and with everything, I wonder if they change anything. Maybe not. I don't know. I am curious to see episode 3 and see if they change anything.
Again, it's at the beginning of the episode. It's true, right? It's that everyone is represented from a family standpoint. Neil has the typical traditional nuclear family, right? One kid has a single dad, one kid has a single mom, and one kid has 2 moms. Right? That's a choice they made in this series. And if that is something that's a deal breaker, it happens at the beginning of episode 3, and then they go on from there.
I'm just tired. I don't want to pay for being current day. It's like the Harry Potter thing. Here we go. They're going to destroy with the blessing. I'm hoping that J.K. Rowling's, because she hasn't posted anything, I'm hoping that she's stopping it. That's what I'm hoping. But this current day stuff is just, it's getting stupid. It's getting stupid at this point. We're tired. Anyway.
No, I agree, Donna. Hopefully it's just a rumor. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope it's just a rumor, and I hope that they don't go down that path, because they'll ruin what probably would have been a pretty good series right off the bat. They'll just ruin it. So yeah, hopefully let's just keep our fingers crossed. It's only a rumor. They'll throw a lot of casting rumors out. They throw that stuff out there all the time early on. Oh, we're considering this actor or this actor, and then those things never come to fruition. So I'm hoping this is in a similar situation when it comes to the Harry Potter series. that they just cast it appropriately, just as the characters were described in the novels. They don't do any race swaps because all of that stuff is just insulting, ultimately, not only to, the communities that they're trying to represent, but also to the fan base. Fans don't want it. So, I agree with you, though. It's one of the things that's kind of frustrating about modern Hollywood is that they keep going down this path and it's never worked. All right. It's never worked. It's never done anything good for mainstream entertainment. But you checking homework, Graber? What's going on, Bill?
I have a list. The girls just came in. I have a list. AWOL, which is what? Awala, a Nike hoodie, flare leggings, cherry sheets all white and bedding.
What are you, Santa Graber? Read the list quietly to yourself, or I'm going to mute you. Anything else? Anything else? I'm going to mute him anyway. What else you got, Donna?
Anyway, I'm having more fun watching you all than I am just watching. Other than there's this one show that's on, it's new show about oil.
Landman. Haven't watched it yet.
Landman. Yeah. That is fabulous. You have
to
watch
Billy
it.
Bob Thornton's in it, right?
It is so good. So other than that, I'm not watching anything but you guys in that show.
Donna, what would you say about Adam Driver being cast as Snape?
Oh, I would love that. I would love that. There's this other guy, but see, he's not British, and
he's not British.
Said that she'll only do British, and there's this one guy. He was in The Crown and played Princess Margaret's husband. Oh, I can't think of his name. Anyway, played on The Crown, and there's a push to try to get him to be considered because he would be great. But anyway.
All right. Thank you, Donna. Great to see you. We're gonna go to Sodak Chopper. Sodak Chopper is next.
Hey, Risman.
What's up?
Yeah, actually, that's a really good idea to get somebody else to be Snape. Yeah. My whole idea is it's a decent show. I have a little bucket full of all their little plot devices and plot holes that they're starting up. And if that bucket doesn't start getting emptied really fast, then they're going to have a problem because they only got 6 episodes.
This one has 8. Oh, well, I have 6 more to go. You're right.
Yeah, 6 left. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got to figure out what's going on with the planet. And I got a call from my brother, or a text from my brother today. And he's like, "Did you know that they spell it SM33 like Smee?" Like, yeah, we figured that out like months ago. I'm slow. All right. Yeah, but I think it started out fine, a little slow, and it picks up its pace. But you're right; it's absolutely taking off everything from the 1980s that we enjoyed: Explorers, Flight of the Navigator, everything. Yep. Goonies. You can see the kids are matched up to their Goonies characters.
Yep.
But there's definitely something up with this planet, and I think it doesn't go just back to the High Republic. I think it actually goes back before that, because they've been on that planet for hundreds of years.
You know what would have made this show better is if this show
never came out.
Yeah, if it wasn't made.
Yeah, is if this started off on Earth, and it was here on Earth, and just some normal kids was in the woods and found out there was a ship there, and it actually took them to the Star Wars universe. like
that would be cool, actually.
It'd be interesting.
I mean, and then at least that way, it's not like you can really be like, "Oh, this looks too much like Earth." I mean, if you're gonna do stupid crap, just go full stupid, and just put it on Earth.
Go full potato. Yeah, well, that happened a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I so far I'm enjoying the show hesitantly. I'm more focused on all this background story. Like you said, I had to go back and watch it 2 more times just to get a full understanding. I was doing something working on some of my builds for 3D printing, and I just had it running in my headphone, and I was hearing all the things that I didn't hear because the screen is full of stuff to look at.
Yeah.
And especially on the pirate port, there was so much to look at and take in that you miss a lot of the dialogue, or the dialogue doesn't click. Like, I didn't know the planet was called At until the 2nd episode. Yeah.
And there was like a barrier where they couldn't see stars. They couldn't. I guess they.
Yeah, the kids never seen stars before.
Yeah, that's weird.
So,
and there's this special area that's completely restricted, and they got the school robots out there. Now these robots are set up to completely guard that area. It was already out there. It's not out there looking for little kids being truants.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they fully knew that ship was there, right? There was a reason. There's a reason why that area was restricted.
Right.
That's why I say there's a lot going on that planet. I think that they'll reveal. Again, they're making the planet a character in the series, right? They're going to continue to reveal that part of the mystery, and that's when I think the story is going to switch from kids lost trying to get home to all about that planet.
Right, I
think
see that
planet
being
makes or breaks the series, in my opinion. It makes or breaks the series, because if it's just some kind of, and it's the treasure, right, which I think is ultimately going to be the people on the planet. It's not going to be like an actual treasure. Yeah, it's going to be the people on the planet or the treasure. You know, we've been protecting this treasure of all of these individuals or whatever, but it's going to be something to do with the people. Yeah, I think that the planet is everything when it comes to this. I think Graber has something that he was trying to say.
Oh, I can unmute him. Is he done with the list? Is he done with the list?
Soda, do you make your own 3D prints or what? Because I got a 3D printer. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh yeah, I'm with a couple different 3D print groups, and we just do Star Wars stuff.
Nice, because I get on that Thingiverse, and I just, that boggles my mind how that even works.
Yeah, Mr. Badley's Printed Droid on Facebook, and Droid Division.
You find me on Facebook because I'm old. Don't laugh.
Yeah, I would pay per file, and Mr. Badley's, it's Patreon, and as long as you're a patron, you have access to all the files.
I would love to get an X-wing 3D printed in 1/12 scale for the Black Series, and I saw that there are schematics available on Etsy, but unfortunately I don't have a 3D printer.
So, like, a show comes out, it boggles my mind how fast people can put things on.
Yeah,
3D print. It boggles my mind.
My brothers and I are all into 3D printing all the Star Wars droids, and we're already just hankering for the SME files.
I wouldn't a heartbeat, but that boggles my mind. You guys,
we do full drivable ones.
Boggles my mind.
Well, and I know Darth Maul, you're not watching the series, but I think they did announce the SME SM33 Black Series was just announced, right? So they at least think the droid might sell.
I think Smee and Neil are going to sell all kinds of stuff. Smee and Neil
they're definitely going to sell.
The stars of the show. Yeah.
If they're not careful, they're going to have to make it the Mandalorian and Neil instead of the Mandalorian and Grogu. If they're not careful, recency bias.
I think Neil's a good character. He's just like along for the ride.
Yeah.
He's like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Why would I want to leave this planet? Okay, I guess we're going off planet.
Right.
And no one's freaking out. It's like, why are we going into this place? We don't know anything about this place. And then they finally get told, oh, because we're pirates. No, we're not.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm quickly running out of time.
I know we have only Brandon to go, Coach, and then it's a wrap.
Yeah. Oh, and Coach, I got these coming for you.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
Sweet.
I love the pictures.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Awesome.
Cool.
I'll get with you later.
Sounds great.
Great to see you, Sodak Chopper. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, Brandon,
Yes, sir.
take us home quickly.
Well, hello, everybody. It's good to see everybody this fine evening. And all I'm going to say is I have no idea what in the world you're even talking about. What is this show that someone gave a 7 and someone gave a 3, and you're all shills? So we'll just leave it there. And I will say this. The Wookiees have been to Earth. That's right. If you remember correctly, in one of the expanded universe, the real Star Wars, Chewie ends up on Earth and is Sasquatch. Yeah. Look that one up. That's a mind blow.
That.
Because guess who finds him? Dr. Jones.
Really? Is that real?
I'm as dead
Chewie
serious
can't live
as it
forever.
gets. From what I remember, I think it was in the Dark Horse comics that they did an offshoot where Han and Chewie get to Earth. Han, of course, passes. Chewie is long-lived. And he just happens to still be alive at the time that Dr. Jones in Short Round is going about and trying to figure out what's going on in the world. So,
Oh, I'm gonna have to try to find that.
yeah, that's
It's a
cool.
fun
And
story.
DA, it's good to see you. Of course, Moff
Nice
Rissman,
to see
Nick,
you
Coach. And all I'm going to say is, when in doubt, watch Dragon Ball Daima. Watch Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball is awesome.
Yeah, my brother's watching it, and he said he's enjoying it. He said it's really good.
It is good. I'm a little behind on it, but from everything that I've seen, it's fantastic. Although right now they do not have the dub out; it's strictly just the Japanese. And of course, it's fun to hear the old lady do the voice of Goku-san, because she's been doing it since the '80s, and she still does a fantastic job. And of course, there's always more stuff to watch. You just have to know where to look. And we got one more season, DA. One more season. Got to see how the My Hero Academia ends.
Man, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking
can't
forward
wait.
to that. I just heard that he announced he's doing another manga right after. I just got that note. Where did I hear that from?
I thought I saw that too. He feels rejuvenated. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
And guess what
Yeah,
he's probably
he's
going to
ready
do?
to-
He's
Yep,
going to do My
yep.
Hero Shippuden.
Are we getting the second season of One Piece this next year?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
don't trust
2026
Netflix.
or 2025? I don't.
It'll be
it's coming.
2025.
sure.
It's the second season of the Netflix thing is almost done. I don't trust Netflix to keep doing it right because it's Netflix. So keep that in mind. But what I will say is, watch the One Piece once it comes out, because Studio Wit is going through and they're basically going to do the first half, the first 500, trim it down, and streamline it a bit.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to start from the
Oh,
beginning in
okay.
the East Blue, see how they get to the Grand Line, go through to Alabasta, go up to Skypiea, up into the clouds, and then, of course, come back down to Water 7 and have the Battle of Ennie's Lobby. So good.
My nephew's watched every single episode of the actual anime, and I'm like, dude, where? How do you
yes.
have time?
I'm 450 episodes into it. So.
Yeah.
That's a journey, man. That is a long
Oh, yes.
trip.
It
man.
is a journey.
Incredible.
So I just started Landman, and that
Awesome,
show
awesome,
is
awesome.
really
I have to
good.
start that.
Yeah, that show's really good.
You got Billy Bob Thornton being Billy Bob Thornton, telling you
Yep.
like it is and dropping some words that we can't do tonight because this is a family show, damn it.
Yeah.
Brandon, Dan to
Yes.
Dan. Is it worth my time?
Absolute 100% must watch. It is fucking wild. Holy
Really?
shit. Where's the no-no
Okay.
song? I need the no-no song. Holy shit, it's wild.
We don't have time for
Wild.
that song.
It's so out there. It's so good.
Okay. I've been meaning to catch it, and it keeps popping up on my watch list. So I'm gonna have to go and check it out. But yeah, everybody's telling me great things about it. So I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let me see what Brandon thinks.
Well, let's put it this way. It's a weird thing to hear the Japanese voice actress and actor for Luffy and Zoro coming out and saying, I'm going to eat your weenie and I want your banana. That's all I'm going to say. You got to watch if you've heard the voices and you hear that voice coming out of those characters, you're going to be going like, what in the bloody hell
Sounds
did I
like Coach's
happen to
kind of
see?
show.
It's wild. It's so damn good. So funny.
Okay,
Coach,
all right. I'm
we
in.
have-
I'm in. I'm gonna check it out.
All right,
I'm
Brandon.
just the
thank you.
punching bag.
We-
It's all good.
Coach, we have-
Don't be the punching bag. Watch Dragon Ball Daima.
I have a quick question for Brandon. Did you
Yeah.
watch Arcane season 2?
No,
I did.
Arcane is not up my alley. There's
Never
something
seen
about it just doesn't
Really?
do it for me. Yeah.
I love season 1. The second season, it was all right.
I agree.
Yeah, typical Netflix curse. First season's fine.
First season was
falls
really
apart.
good. Second season just couldn't keep my interest.
Yep, sounds about right. All right, everybody, get out of here. I got to go pick up my
thank
my
you, Brandon.
weebling from her friend's house. You know, teenagers and all that fun stuff. So, y'all have a good night, and remember, you are Echo Base Network. Watch Dragon Ball. Watch Dragon Ball. Do it. Do it. Do it for the love of God. Do it.
All right.
Do it.
Good to see you, Brandon.
All right.
So,
We'll
Coach,
see everybody.
we have 3
Yep.
super chats to clear before
Yep.
we go.
Yep. Let's go ahead and clear them.
Oops. Got it.
Venger with 10 pounds. Talking of box ticking, have you seen the rumors that the Harry Potter TV series is having a black actor in talks of playing Professor Snape? Also, can someone get me a Nosferatu popcorn coffin?
Debbie probably can. I saw
I don't
them.
know anything about it.
They
I
look
saw
cool.
those. They look pretty
It
badass.
looks great. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Venger, I'm sure that we can get one to you somehow, some way. So yeah, just keep reminding us between now and the time that
Comes out on Christmas. I think that's a Christmas release.
yeah.
All right. Appreciate you, Venger. Good to see you today.
Yep, absolutely.
What's
Jonas
up,
Campbell,
Jonas?
$5. What if they were gay pirates, Coach?
Be all in then. Like, oh yeah, at last. I got it.
Oh,
Now we're
you
getting
put
representation.
that-
10 out of 10.
Don't listen to that.
We adding all those points back on, Coach.
Oh my gosh.
I ain't got nothing on that.
Oh boy.
Hi, Jonas.
Good to see
Hey, what's
you,
up, JK?
Jonas.
Good to
And
see
the
you.
last one on
Thanks,
the same,
Jonas.
on a similar topic, Coach's punching bag.
Jedi Master Lawrence, Darth Paws is having a whole stream about you and the rest of the Fence Rider Alliance. Got my blood pressure up. Did you really block him? I don't know. Did I block him?
We don't block people generally.
I generally don't. I
even if
tried
they-
to block somebody today and did the wrong person.
Blocked Alex Open.
It was me. It was totally me.
So to answer your question, Coach, no, you blocked someone else. Unless I don't think you blocked Paws. I didn't. I don't think you blocked Paws.
I don't
I
ever
don't-
block anybody unless it's spam.
I don't. Now, the first time I've ever seen this person, he was in our chat Monday night, and I think he's the one that was saying, "You are a hypocrite. You have Disney Plus," and I'm like, "I've talked about that a ton of times. Whatever." And I'm like, "If you can't handle that, you can leave."
I remember that.
Yeah, but I have no idea who he is. Then I saw on Twitter that he was adding us with Theory and Script Trooper, saying that we're fence riders. We opened the show with this whole thing. So somebody came in here earlier saying debate him, Coach. I'm like, debate him about what? What do you want me to debate? You. I mean, I guess people just want to see two people square off.
Yeah.
You said he was 15, Rissman?
15.
If he wants to have a conversation, he needs to reach out to me. But, you know, you could do that with a degree of tact. The way that he has gone about it is not the way to get me to have a conversation. So but if he would like to reconsider that, then I'd be all ears.
Hey, I twittered or whatever earlier. Whose brother is Silos or whatever? Because I commented and I was hip at it. Just so you know.
What?
Huh? I am Siler.
I don't know who it was. I don't know. I was pretty proud of myself though. I even did the ad because I'm hip.
Okay.
Oh, I know how to use Twitter now.
We gotta work on the Twitter. Yeah, on X. That's funny.
Because I'm hip.
So I did get some messages. They're over there streaming about us right now. The messages said that they're over there saying that Nick should leave Echo Base. saying that he's the real one. Coach is a shill.
Coach, you gave the show a 7. I'm leaving the channel.
That's the last straw, Coach.
I can't take it anymore.
Oh my God! Could you imagine?
They're actually stream sniping us right now.
If anybody says anything about you or Nick, send them to me. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I saw it. I jumped in there and commented in chat in his stream.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Oh, I just said I said F Disney, Star Wars, and F Skeleton Crew.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, if the young man wants to have a conversation, I don't know why he wants to have a conversation with me, but okay. I've already heard what you want to say, and I responded to it. But if I'll listen, anyways. I don't want to have to explain the same thing over and over and over again. It gets nauseating. But okay.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. That's all I got. We did it.
Cool.
All right. We'll appreciate everybody. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up
thanks
now.
for having us on.
DA, what do you got going on here now?
I'm probably going to go live on the nightcap tonight.
Nightcap tonight, sweet,
and hang out a little bit late, and that's about it. I'll be doing some talk about Captain America 4. I have a video I'm working on coming up for that, and then also, of course, the Snow White trailer. Just keeping our eyes on that. It's rapidly moving towards 1 million dislikes faster than the last one. The last one, I think it hit it in under 3 weeks. This one is halfway. It's over halfway there. And it's only been 2 days. Snow White is going to be an absolute disaster, man. That is going to be one of the worst performing Disney movies ever.
Right.
So I'm keeping my eye on that. And then, of course, obviously, Skeleton Crew. Also saw Creature Commandos, the first 2 episodes.
No.
Not good. No. So I'm a little worried now about the DCU with James Gunn and Superman. I'm a little worried about that. So I'll be talking about that all on the nightcap. So if you guys want to conversate about it, come on through. Be happy to have you.
Awesome. All right, everybody. We'll go check out the DA. Guys, good show. Thank you for being here. Appreciate everybody. And we will see you Tuesday night live following the 3rd episode of the very decent and just okay Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. See y'all later.
See you.
Take care, everyone.
Take it easy.
Coach and Nick from Echo Base Network, thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens.